Alright guys, welcome to the Vmix software tutorials. So today what I'm going to do is to quickly show how to do a quick production using Vmix software, assuming you already have the system set up and you know what you are doing. You come to add input, you bring in your, your feed, so whatever it is you want to use, you select it. Today I'm just going to play with a video, so I just select my news reel that I set up for my work. Then that is my news reel. It is I start playing it and I'll loop it. This is my loop for a news broadcast program I produce for one of my clients. So once I set it up this way, it's rolling. All that you see here I did it by myself. I have to mix a few videos here and there and my editing text on there to produce a customized news reel, and I saved a short clip of it to be my news reel. So I will bring this in as I have done. Then I'll Alright, so I move it over to my live screen as it is now to get ready for streaming. Then what do? I bring in my talent. So assuming I have connected to a camera, which I haven't done today, so I assume I've connected to a camera on my green screen. So I'm going to use an image for that purpose. So I'll browse in, I have some images on my desktop as you can see here. I'll bring in this lovely cat, and as you can see the cat is presented here. Now normally what I would do, because it's a newscast, I will not use overlay. I can use overlay to overlay the cat over my screen, but I will not do so because I want to leave my overlays free for further use. So rather I'll go to add input and go to multi-view. I already selected. Then I will choose the image that I want to use, the green screen that I want to use. Then once I choose it, it will overlay it straight away. Then the next thing to do now is to remove the green screen. So if I go into the external options for the green screen image, then I'll go to color key. Then I use the color picker. Then I'll pick the color green. Now once I pick the color green, as you can see, it has removed most of the green, but not all of it. It shows that will mean that the green I have around the cat is not a uniform green. So what do? I'll use autochroma. If I click on this autochroma tree, it will try to remove most of the greens away from it. Then you see that if you still didn't remove most of it, I can still use draw these sliders, and that will help me. So you can see that now I have my cat beautifully overlaid on my screen. So assuming it's a live video, you can see the cat walking and jumping and running all around that way. And that is simply how I will set up. Now once I'm ready and I'm happy with what I'm seeing, I'll go to whatever I need to do. If it's going to an external screen in a room somewhere, I click external. If it's going on to live feed on my YouTube page and live stream platforms, I click on stream. Then once I click, it starts. Once I click that, it starts. I don't need to use both at the same time. Once I'm streaming is also automatically external, so I don't need to use both at the same time. But then if I'm not streaming but I'm doing external only, then I can just select external and it goes. And once I do that, I am ready for a broadcast. Alright, I'll bring in another image again, but let me use another image. So I'll bring in this beautiful dinosaur. Alright, so I go to multi-view again, and I'm going to bring both of them on the same time instead of replace one with the other. I'll bring both. I'll go to multi-view. I will select the other image. Wow, overlays it, which is beautiful. Then what do? I want to set up a dramatic scene and see if one is going to capture the other. So I will draw this one a bit to the corner here. I will try to reduce that size a bit so that the full image will be seen. Just playing around with something. I know it's not realistic, but let's play around with it. Just for you to know how this Vmix system works. So I can move it anywhere I want it to be. So I can make it look as if it's coming from somewhere up in the corner there to capture this animal. And then I have it there. If I want to change the size of the cat as well, I can equally do so by going to overlay 1, which is the one for the cat. Then I can equally reduce the size of the cat and I'll make the cat somewhere down there, not aware that there's a dinosaur, ready to pounce on it from the top there. Or if I want to change the positions, maybe in my narration, the dinosaur is the prey and the cat is a predator. I can change the position so the cat is somewhere there, ready to prey on the dinosaur. It's all about just playing around with things using your system here. Then once I do that, I can now go to the settings on the dinosaur screen. Then once I'm in the settings there, I can go to color key. Then I can remove the green. I use auto chroma and it's removed. So what I have here now is a dinosaur somewhere down there in my screen and a cat somewhere up there, and that is that basically. So I'm just trying to use that to just illustrate how you can use Vmix for various functions. So what do I want to do now? I want to add a text somewhere. So I come to my title and I come to text. I select text. Then inside the message, I just put anything I want to say there. So what do I want to say? Catch it, baby. Alright. Title, I don't need title, so I'll remove that from there. And then I will close. So now I have this one there. If I overlay it, it will simply show it there, catch it there. If I want to place the particular position in there, I can always go to position and move it around, but I have to make sure I'm on the right overlay. So this is one, is overlay 3, is it? Which overlay is this one again? That's the main one, because this one. So I can move it anywhere I want it to be, and that is how it works. Then if I want to edit the text, all I have to do is to right click on the text. It gives me the option of title editor. I come in here, then I can decrease the size of the text or increase the size of the text. I can change the text font style by clicking on that red A icon, and as you can see, if I do that and apply, it will show you there. Apply, it will show it. So whatever font you feel like using, you can select it. It pulls the font from your computer. So every font you have in your computer, it will pull it and apply it here for you. And that is what you can use for your production. Alright. Then if you need to add a title to it, so once it's there, the title, you can add a title. I don't need titles, I don't use title. You can use this to change the color of the font. So this one probably I want something a bit more dramatic, so I would say let's go for red. Then I apply it, and then what happened? Okay, I choose red, I apply it, okay, and it didn't change. Anyway, it's supposed to change, but it didn't change. There's something wrong somewhere in the settings. Okay, let's see. It's not accepting the color change, but that's how you change colors anyway. Now it will change. I think I've done something wrong with my settings, so I just have to have a look at it. So once you change it there, it will change it for you. You can add custom colors as well. Colors you use a lot, you can add them to your system. So when it comes, it's easily available for you to choose and use. Then you okay it and it's gone. Now let's go to a different font and see what will happen. Then I apply. Yeah, something is going wrong with my system. That's why it's not changing. I don't know why it's not changing, because you can see this one stopped changing. Well, that's machines and systems and softwares for you. But then that is how it works. That is how it works. All right. So, wait a minute. Was I in the wrong? I think I was in the wrong, and that is why it wasn't showing. Let's show the red again. Oh yeah, that's my fault. I was in the wrong part of the screen. So there it is. It shows, and off you go. That's how you edit your text. If you want to be showing various text at a time, catch it, baby. Just use plus to come down here. Then what does you want to do again? Catch it, tiger. Then you add again. Is there? Next thing you want to use, maybe you want to say catch it Lucky, then you add it. So you can just add various things so that you can use them alternatively. If I come here and I right click on it, it will give me all the options here. The one I choose is the one that will show as simple as that. So you can easily use that to change your multiple fonts. Similarly, let me show another trick there. If you go into titles and you use your news headings, whatever heading here it is, so you put your name there, Mr. DDOTO. Description is Vmix software, Vmix software tutorials. Alright, so spelling mistakes there. Alright, so once I've done that, I've okayed it, then what do? If I choose to, it appears here. But then I want to have various kinds of descriptions appearing in the software, this end. So what I will do is that I will add this one to go, then I will change this one again to something else. So maybe I will say how to blah blah blah. Then I will add that. Assuming it's a news item, then I'm doing so I need to be changing the description as the news feed changes. So this will be someone stealing donut. Then I'll add to it, so I can add as many as I need. So as the news is going on, as I need to change it, I'll just change it. That's what we show, and I will change it, and that is what we show. So that's just how you use it to do these things. Normally I don't like the size, it's way too big for me. I like things sleek and slim, and so normally I'll go to position, sorry, I'll go to general, and I'll change the source input to anamorphic, which is much smaller for me. And I come to position and I'll squeeze it a bit more. Then I will now bring it down to where I want it to be. So to me, this will be a perfect size. I like this as my normal size of news overlay stuff. So that is how I do it. Maybe you may like the bigger one, so that's fine. It's all about taste. And then it is there. If I want it off, I select the blue, the green to number 2 green icon and overlay, then it off. I click again, highlight it, it comes on, off. If I want it to be toggling with what is already there, that is there. I don't want both at the same time, so one or the other. So if I select number 1, because the catchy tiger is on 1, if I select 1 here on the news header, it will just clear the tiger and that will come. If I go back to the tiger one again, I click 1, it will clear that will come. That is when we are toggling between the two. If you want both at the same time, then you have to choose a different overlay channel. Alright, so I hope you had an idea of how this system works. If you want to do transitioning from one video to the other, you have this one here. It will transition for you based on what you choose, fade, or you simply want to cut. Okay, so that is, I think that for this preview is going on for a while, and so I don't want to get boring. But if you have any questions on how to use Vmix at all, pop it down and I will try and show you how it works. Vmix to me is my most favorite live stream platform. Go and get yourself one. It's extremely cheap. Just go and get yourself one. You don't need to be looking for a cracked version, or you don't need to be looking for anything. This is done by a very nice gentleman, and he needs his reward. He's produced this fantastic machine, the software, and he's selling it for unbelievable cut price. So just be part of it, patronize it. I use it almost every day for my productions, and it's making me lots and lots and lots of money, unbelievable amount of money. So please make sure you are part of it, and you buy it generally and use it, and you'll be blessed you did so. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, you know what to do. Subscribe and like. Thank you.